On August 9th, 2016, Punta Police Department hosted approximately 35 citizens from our community for a chamber police night, a 2-hour presentation of the Punta Police Department. The presentation was similar in topics and activities to a Citizens Police Academy night that we provide to both Leadership Charlotte classes as well as a Punta Gorda Citizens Academy. The shoot, don't shoot role-playing portion of our presentation has been a popular activity in previous programs, fostering communication between the community and officers about quick decision-making and determining use of force options. We have conducted this exercise for many groups over the past 2 years without injury or incident. This type of scenario-based role-play is not only well received in our community, but has grown in use across our country. This horrible accident has significantly affected our entire community. Our primary concern right now is the well-being of Mrs. Knowlton's family. As we continue to respect their grieving process, we have extended resources, including the presence of our department chaplains. Recognizing that this incident also affected other participants in the program, as well as many others in our community, the City of Punta Gorda has been in contact with Tidewell Hospice, who has arranged for grief counseling at no cost. They are requesting that anyone wishing to receive counseling attend a meeting on August 17th at 1:00 p.m. at the Lashley Community Room at Lashley Marina. To maintain the well-being of our first responders, which includes officers, dispatchers, and fire department personnel, the Critical Incident Stress Management Program has been activated to address their needs. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement is still in the process of conducting their independent investigation, which was requested by me. This investigation began immediately following the incident and has continued throughout the night. Our department is currently fulfilling all requests that we receive from their investigators. Our department will continue to keep our community informed through news releases, the media, and our Facebook page. And I will take questions.
Chief, understanding and appreciating that this has been a very popular, the Citizens Academy for the last couple of years, we have to ask, why was your officer using a real weapon in a role-play scenario with a civilian?
There are certain details that I can't release. What I can tell you is that we were unaware that any live ammunition for this particular weapon existed. We believe that the particular caliber of the weapon used, that there were only blank rounds available to the officer.
Chief, can you talk to us a little bit about the officer himself, his reaction afterwards, if he's had any prior investigations here at the department?
What I can tell you, like any other human being, when they have an accident like this, he's very grief-stricken. We have officers that are assigned to him to make sure that he's psychologically stable, but at this point I think he, like the rest of us, are trying to get through this grieving process and just try to support the community.
Have you used a real weapon in past scenarios, shoot, don't shoot?
Yes, sir. This one particular weapon, I believe, is the one used in
what was the protocol to check the chamber to see if there was a round in there?
There are protocols that are in place. Again, certain details, because the Florida Department of Law Enforcement is conducting an investigation into certain things as far as what took place and what didn't take place. I don't want to really comment on specific details.
I wonder if going forward, Chief, setting aside the investigation, knowing what you know now, as the Chief of Police, will you allow a real weapon to be used again in a Citizens Academy like this?
The answer is absolutely not.
Can you confirm that it was an officer who fired the weapon?
I can confirm that, yes.
Chief, there are reports that the officer who fired the gun was leak cold. Can you confirm that?
As far as this press conference is concerned, we are not releasing the identity of the officer. However, we anticipate releasing the identity of the officer by the end of the day.
There are a lot of people, Chief, who aren't familiar with Citizens Academies, people around the country. Can you, just so the viewers have an appreciation, what is the role of a Citizens Academy and what's the initiative? What is the aim?
Because we're a small community, we know most of our citizens. It gives them an opportunity to come into, whether it be the police department or the finance department or public works department, learn a little bit more about the infrastructure, how many personnel it takes to do certain things, what programs they offer the community, because a lot of times they're just not well marketed. So it it gives the citizen an opportunity to come in, meet the officers that actually serve them. They get an opportunity to look at our department internally from a budget perspective. We give them a tour of the building and just interact with them to help build community relations.
Tom, how often do you hold these?
We held them in the past for, as part of our citywide Citizens Academy. We've held them annually for Leadership Charlotte classes. I believe this is the first time we actually held one specifically for the chamber.
Chief, I can't help but notice, I don't know you personally, but I can't help but notice your demeanor is somewhat subdued and somber. I wonder personally how you are feeling. Obviously, people are horrified, others are saddened. I see some of the sadness on your face. Am I misreading it?
No, I can tell you, Mary Milton is a phenomenal person in this community. I know her very well. She attends a lot of community events. It's just a horrific time for all of us.
Can you please take us again? So this is a real weapon, and and you said that we were unaware that any live ammunition could be used? I'm confused. Can you take us through that again, please?
No, again, I can confirm that this is an actual firearm that was used in this particular scenario. My statement was we were unaware that any live ammunition was available to the officer at the time.
But how does that happen? How do you go unaware?
It's a great question, and the investigation is going to detail exactly how all those details were missed.
I believe you said this weapon has been, it's like the same weapon that's been used in previous
That's my understanding.
sessions? So, I mean, is this weapon, is it kept in a safe location at all times for the specific use of this class? Is it available to officers to use when they wish, or to load it when they wish?
No, all of our officers don't have access to this particular weapon. And again, I just don't want to get into specific details about who had access to what and things like that. I don't want to step on the Florida Department of Law Enforcement's investigation and their ability to.
Is it the same type of weapon as like your service weapon?
No, it is not.
What kind of weapon is it?
It's a revolver.
Do you expect one or more officers to be put on administrative leave later today?
We currently have the officer that was involved on administrative leave. That was done immediately following the incident.
Can you tell us where he is? Is he at home? Is he in counseling?
Right now, I believe he is with friends and/or family.
You said it was a
This
revolver.
officer-
Is the revolver the one that has the soap pellets that can be used, or can that also use real ammunition?
I don't think we're going to confirm anything more about the weapon at this time. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to pull the chief just based on the other responsibilities that he has. He has to attend to both assisting Florida Department of Law Enforcement with their investigation and also go back to addressing members of the community.
Was there a
So-
supervisor in the room?
There were a number of our personnel present at the time.
Can you tell us just how many officers are in the room at the time?
I don't have that information.
You were in attendance, correct?
Yes, I was.
Thank you guys. As I stated, we are going, and as the chief stated, we are going to work on, we believe, releasing that officer's information later today. I can't give a specific time right now. I believe all of you are receiving my media releases via email. If you are not, before you leave here, we'll make sure that you're on that email list. And we will try to give you as much time as we did for this press conference, at least, to, if we are going to do it again with this, or if we're going to do it in just a media release, we'll make sure that everyone gets that information at the same time. Okay? Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Who